Hi, everyone. We are having mild technical difficulties getting Ed into the chat, but we will see if we can get him in here soonish. That'll be fun. Anyway, let's see what happens. Let's see who comes in. Let's see what's going on. Is anybody here? Just curious. Good morning, Christine. How are you today? And we got Midwest Mamas in the house. And my phone is being squirmy. Oh no. Okay. One sec here. Besides having technical difficulties, we're doing pretty good. Ed's having trouble getting into the chat, or getting into StreamYard. I wonder if you're going to have to just wing it with your laptop, Ed. I'm kind of suspecting it might be a phone thing. I don't know. I don't know if there's like a StreamYard app for Android, so that makes things crazy. Hey, Christine. So we got two Christines. Play in the garden? Are you going to try and meet up with us Midwest Mamas in July? I got to turn all my notifications down because my phone's going to drive me nuts. Come on out. I'm sure there's should be availability over there. Ed would know which site we have. It's along that same road in question that we like to camp on. It's pretty much you go into the park and you take a right before you go into the main part of it. That's the whole newer section that they put in. And I like that place. I hope that at some point we can actually get to enjoy some of the dark skies part of it, because I'd really love to set my telescope up over in that super dark area that's wide open. That whole excuse me, that whole field where we took that hike was just outstanding. As far as you had a large area where you could set up a number of different telescopes and really not bother anybody. They have it very nicely dimly lit, and it'll be cool out there. So I would like to yeah, I need some coffee too. Stand by. I will be right back. Okay, here we go. Oh man. I wonder if it's a network problem or something, Ed. That's really weird. It was letting you get on the other sideways kind of way or something. Maybe it's a StreamYard thing. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's just, I don't know. I know Gator has some weird issues with StreamYard doing some wonky stuff, so anything is possible. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a StreamYard thing. Ew. It won't let you on the laptop. Well, dang it. It was worth a shot, for sure. I can't for the life of me understand why it would be so weird. Try starting another one. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay. El Duro, welcome in. Welcome into the live stream. We're having weird problems with StreamYard. Ed can't seem to get into the stream. Imagine that. I don't get it. I do not get it. Yeah, I don't see you I don't see you on the stage at all. I can't for the life of me figure it out. I sent him an email and then I actually dropped the link in here in the chat, that's what's even more weird. And I don't use Messenger because I don't use Facebook on this machine. So there would be that little problem too. But I actually posted it up in the chat just to try and get him in that way because it wasn't working before, which is kind of crazy. Makes me just wonder if it's some kind of absolutely wacky setup in StreamYard. Like a bunch of stuff has changed. I noticed just going into it. Hi Tammy, welcome in. Trying to get Ed into the stream, but it's not working. Don't know why. It's crazy. Cool. All right, well, we'll see what Ed's trying that's different, and we'll see if he makes it in. Yep, he is still in Seattle for the time being. Comes back, and then we take off for vacation. So, meanwhile, no. Bummer. Good day, Sabini. Good day, Timo family. Ed's having issues getting into the chat, or into the stream. You know what, Midwest Mamas? Either one is fine with me. I don't know exactly which site we have. Hey, welcome in, Mark. I'm not positive which site we have there. Okay. I'm just gonna go cray cray here and stick it in the chat and then pluck it back out again. Hey, Joe, welcome in. Let's see. It's whenever the Prairie Dirt Classic is, Midwest Mamas. I'm not absolutely certain what days those fall on. You're backstage? How are you back? I don't see you backstage, Chris. I do not see you backstage. It's the same thing that Ed was having, was he was finding his way backstage somewhere, but not to my backstage. Having issues? Heck yeah, I'm having issues. There's a clicky. Should I click it? I might bust everything. I'm going to click it. No, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. I lied. Hey, man. I think I broke StreamYard something. Or maybe StreamYard's just straight broken. I don't know. So, Gator, I got it ready. I got it ready to send out. As soon as this live's over, I'm going to walk to the mailbox. Yeah, I don't see you. I didn't see you in my backstage at all. I, I think where it says presenter invite. I don't know where else I can look. Is that the same? Yeah, it's like there's two different places to invite. Like there's a presenter invite, and then down at the bottom where it always was is the invite button. And I think it's the same link. Yeah, it's super weird. Super, super weird. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like it's the same link anyway. Goofy. That's way weird. So yeah, welcome to StreamYard being weird at my house. So soonish we will be going on vacation. As we mentioned before, can you see what I'm looking at? Probably not wise. My desk is a disaster. It'd be a fright for you to see what's on my desk. Welcome in, Sam. No. Yeah, and I couldn't see you backstage, so. Dang it. Well, that's crappy. Okay, that's cool. Hit me back shortly. I need to do something here. Hey, Allie, how you doing? Yeah, I don't see anybody coming into the backstage, so I'm pretty certain that it's something wonky on this end. I did not reboot, which is my shameless badness. Oops. The blanket hi to everyone. Ed says hi to everyone. And my StreamYard says it's not very nice. No, I don't know what'll fix it. Zena's outside because she's naughty. Ed's in Seattle. And I'm here in Central Illinois. But we are looking to get camping here pretty soon. I survived a tooth pull last week. I got a sweater in the back here that basically was lots and lots of stitches. It wasn't the most fun I've ever had, but the fact that it's out and I actually don't feel like I want to murder somebody for, the pain that I was in, it was terrible. I was in a lot of pain. So I'm glad it's corrected. Yeah, Gator, you can stick around and help keep the shenanigans down. Oh, let me look in the private chat. I don't see anybody talking in the private chat, so yep, I don't get it. Super duper weird. Yeah, this and it was a molar, so it was really lots of fun. And of course, I had to have it pulled just a couple of days after Ed left for Seattle. So I lined up a ride. Hey Nitro, what's going on, dude? Maybe you got an answer for me. Why is StreamYard so stupid? I can't get anybody in here. I set the leak out and it was whack, so it's just me doing a solo chit chat. Hey, good welcome in, Cherokee girl. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's something on my end, so all the trying that I try is not going to fix it. So, yeah, I'm telling you that toothache was unbelievable. I put up with it for a couple of days, and when we were on that last camp trip, um, I was just literally munching on ibuprofen to stay ahead of it. And when we got home, I made an appointment I called the dentist on Tuesday and they were able to get me in that day, which is like crazy. But they put me on antibiotics and said, yep, that tooth has to go. And I said, well, as much as I'd like to say that's a shame, is the sooner the better. So they got me in pretty quickly, but it was still one of those things that I had to wait and suffer a little bit before it actually came out. But yeah, I'm feeling better. Yeah, pet backs for me. Zena's outside because she can't maintain. She's being a dweeb. But she seems to be out just chilling on her cot, so I'm not too worried about her right now, which is a bonus. So what's everybody's plans for this summer? I know Midwest Mama is going to try and come and hook up with us and do a little trip with us, hopefully, in mid to late July. Yeah, I'll hit you up after the live Midwest Mamas for sure. I can show you their flyer if that helps. It's a little messy. Can you see that okay, Midwest Mamas? Yeah, it's definitely on this end. I don't know. I don't know what the scoop is. Welcome in, BJs. Yeah, I'll get with you for sure, Midwest Mamas. All right, enjoy your dinner, Sabini. In fact, Midwest Mamas, if you want to drop me an email, our About page has our email on it. You could drop me an email and we can chit chat that way real quick after the live's over. I don't suspect I'll stay on for a really long time since we're having so many technical difficulties. You know what, BJ? I probably never, you've probably seen my name thrown around in chats and not realized that that was me. So it makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Good. It's a beautiful park, and like I said, the area where it's at is just kind of out and about, and the nice part about it is that that one loop that that sky loop basically is off by itself. It's away from the rest of. I didn't give you the wrong link. I would never give you the wrong link. But I'll keep an eye on it. So as long as you take so when you go into the park itself and there's that road that goes off to the right and there's just one loop, that's the loop. And that's by the stargazing area. So there's a lot of and that whole section appears to be purely dark skies area. So I'm all about it. Oh, you want me to you want me to screw with the browser? That is funny. Holy, it's worked before, unless it's, a Google update did something lovely. Oh, there he is. Right on. Here comes Ed. Are you ready? I'm bringing you in. Here comes Ed.
Wait.
Are you ready? Hello. Welcome in, Carl.
No. No, 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 no.
Okay. You're in the background. You're fine. He's not ready yet. Ed, let me know in the private chat when you're ready to come up. Um, I don't think so. Is that no, that wouldn't be Father's Day weekend, so it should be all right. I'm bringing you up because you're stinking silly. Hi, Mr.
You gave
Weirdo.
me the wrong link. You gave me the wrong link. I actually had to go
How?
back into the I went into the A-frame daydream to see what one was live. Pushed down an invite, and I was going to do it that way. Totally different link than you gave me. You gave me the green room link where there's nobody there.
Okay.
You did the same. You did the same thing to Chris, and we never met up in that back room because I couldn't see her down there, and she wouldn't be able to see me because it's the backstage until you bring the people up. But
Welcome
I
in.
actually had to go back into A-frame daydream to find it. So,
Sorry.
so do I actually sound good?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Excellent,
You
cool. Because
sound
I'm
fine.
using the headset. All right. So Midwest Mama, the actual thing is, it's July 24th and 25th. We're at the Dark Skies Park. Last I remember, Site 43 and 44 were open. We're at 45. 44 is actually a really good site.
Yeah, so it is a nice campground. It's a really, really nice campground.
But anyways, real quick, I want to go through a list here. We got Tammy, we got Distracted Me, or Demi, sorry. Christine, Sabine. Gator, how you doing? Carl, how you doing? Timo, hey, Timo. My mouse is not working. Oh, I left my
We
mouse
got
over there. Let
Timo,
me
we
go
got
get it.
Sabine, we had Christine Daw, we
Christine
had
and Christine, and we're, oh, sorry, I gotta stop. We'll say Sweet. Sweet's in
yep,
here.
yep,
So
yep,
hopefully she came back and she's not still trying to
yep.
fix an issue that I ain't gonna go any further. Yeah, when I was saying no, 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 don't bring me up because my phone was like completely facing the ceiling. I'm like, are you gonna look at a white ceiling? So
You're laughing at people who live in camper vans. We don't live in a camper van. I mean, you know, but it would be fun to check it out for a weekend, but that's probably about as much time as I could stand in a camper van. I definitely couldn't live in one. That's I have I have a dumb dog outside barking, being kind of a jerk. So
Leave
definitely
it
a
there.
camper van wouldn't be very fun. She's just being a pain. She's being pesky out there.
Totally get that.
Oh,
Um, so yeah, I'm in the city that rains all the freaking time, and actually, it hasn't been raining this week. But the first week when I was here, which would have been about 3 weeks ago, it was horrible. Cold, rainy, every freaking 5 minutes. So now it's totally different. We got sun. They got a heat advisory. It's going to be happening between today and tomorrow, and the highs is going to be like 81 degrees. Heat advisory. They ought to come to the Midwest
I
and
don't
learn what
understand.
90 feels like, 110 feels like.
I don't understand why that link was doing what it was doing. That's so stupid.
Yeah,
So I'm
sleep.
gonna I'm
Actually,
gonna kill that other link then. Just straight out kill it.
just get rid of that A-frame green room. That is a pain in the butt.
Exactly.
Because for some reason it was sending that link, and it wasn't until I went in and seen what live was running, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm just gonna throw the invite out from that page," because I didn't even come into the studio to see it. I came into that main page
Mhm.
to where all the rooms are set up, and I clicked on that, and the I'm gonna call it the little hamburger menu or whatever, the three dots. It went
Mhm.
from there, and I found it because I was like, "Okay, I'm not the only one having the issue. Sweet's having the issue, so." And you just said you didn't have enough coffee.
You think?
Speaking of which, I got to run over to my fridge because where I'm at, I'm actually staying at a Hilton. That's about five
Yeah,
minutes
you
from my
kind of
work
have a
site.
nice. You got a nice. He's got like a freaking apartment there. It's not even a room. It
True.
is literally more like a dang apartment. It's crazy.
More like a little studio apartment.
It's a messed up apartment, but it's an apartment.
Yeah.
Not that I have room to talk, so I won't. I did do the dishes.
Well, hey, somebody's got to do them.
Yeah, they were getting scary. Okay, they weren't.
Gotcha.
They were already scary, but yeah, they were getting scarier.
So, real quickly, I'll kind of involve the timeline that we have here before we go on vacation. I'm going to be brutally honest and say, I don't want to say we're screwed or anything, but it's going to be a rough one. When I filed for my vacations through work, this project that I'm on right now, which I cannot say anything about because we have an NDA about it. It is. They were supposed to be having an IT shutdown like June 15th, which would have gave me plenty of time to where I could be home, get some things done, and stuff like that. And what it is now they want the IT freeze doesn't affect us, and now they're wanting us to work 6 days a week at nights with only one day off, and I don't know. I don't really know. Um, if that was to happen, I want something in return, and probably what I
Mhm.
want in return is unfeasible or unrealistic in their eyes. But if you want somebody to do something, you got to give them something in return. So I don't know how that's going to work. But
I think
like I was,
at some venture that I figure they'll probably maybe comp day you or something like that. That makes the most sense.
yeah. So basically,
I
what I
need
thought I
more
was
of
going
this.
to be going home on like June 15th. Now I'm coming home June 20th, and we are going to be leaving June 21st. So I think I'm going to try to ask to see if I can't get out of here on Thursday instead of Friday. So I have a day to get some things done because, like, before we go, we want to get. I personally want to get the oil changed in the truck.
Mhm.
I also got to change the oil in the generators. There's also some preliminary work, and a lot of this I can't do in like less than 6 hours. I mean, because I'm going to have to get oil change, so I'm gonna have to either call our dealership where we bought the truck and schedule an appointment for like mid afternoon. So after I land in In Chicago, I got to drive all the way down home and then drive over to a dealership and get it changed because it's not like we have any quick lube oil places around our place.
No, not really.
So it is what it is.
Well, at least
So
the dealership isn't super far away. That's kind of a bonus. It's not far away. It's just it is what it
yeah,
is.
yep, that is true. Timo, I seen you said you like Airbnbs. Yeah, we would have too, but
We take our
there's no.
Airbnb with us.
No, I mean, what he's saying is probably because you said I'm in a hotel. The whole thing is a couple of us wanted to do an Airbnb, but then the company was kind of against it because they are not. There's been so many pushbacks on this project. Um, we are 3 weeks late, possibly a month late starting this project. And it's a project that's probably going to wind up going until August or September. And God knows how many flights I could have back and forth from Chicago to Seattle to do this. And it's honestly, it's starting to wear thin on a lot of us guys. But there's we got to get it done. I mean, it's one of them things.
Hey, take
Um,
care, Tammy. We'll catch up later or something.
did I miss something? Because like, is my chat froze?
Uh-oh, we need a frozen emoji too, huh,
Oh
Demi?
no, 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 no! I didn't
You
miss
forgot to
after big
connect it?
bonus. No, I didn't. I missed after the big bonus. I didn't read.
Oh,
All right, Tammy, have a good one.
mm.
If we would, there you go. But anyways, yeah. Um, so yeah, we just wanted to pop off a live because actually I thought I was gonna be at home a lot sooner. We wanted to pop one off last Saturday. Saturday I was flying. Sunday we start work at Sunday night at 7 o'clock in the evening and work until about like 5 in the morning on Monday. So my days are blended together. My sleep pattern is all screwed up. I get we get back to the hotel and next thing you know, it's like yeah, I can't fall asleep until probably about like 9, 10 o'clock, and then I'm getting up at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and then 3 hours of waking up, and then boom, back into work. So it is.
So you're what at the Hilton, right?
Yes, I am.
So he's at the Hilton. So he's not totally hating it.
No, but I'll tell
Could
you
be
what, if
it
it,
could be better, but it could certainly be worse.
I will tell you if it was my credit card paying for it, my credit card would be hurting.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's just it's unrealistic of some of the things that has happened out here, like how much money I went through. Not on my personal card, but just getting supplies and stuff with our company card. Yeah, I ain't even gonna talk about numbers or anything, so it's beyond itself. But yeah, honestly, I can't wait to get home. You guys seen that Dark Skies Trail Park? And last year is something we mentioned about. And we were
We were
both
super
not,
skeptical.
yeah, super
We
skeptical
were
about it when they seen the layout and everything, how things were going. They just put in like some of the pads and then re-vegging it. And I was like, man, I hope that ain't coming anytime soon. And then after we get down there this time we seen it, we were like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But I mean, there's no tree cover on them sides, but there's a reason.
there's a reason for that. I mean, I wouldn't want tree
Yep.
cover either. It's like let
Yep.
me produce my own shade and remove it
Yeah.
at night when I don't want it anyway.
Yeah.
So,
So I actually thought the coolest thing that they did was added that trail walk.
hmm
I mean, overall, we
that was
probably
kind of a
walk.
surprise too. I don't think
Yeah.
they might have had it staked out, but they didn't have anything more than that last year. It was kind of like
Yeah. I don't
I don't
remember that
remember much
really.
of anything over in that general area where we
Yeah.
did that hike. So that was kind of like a shocker to us that that hike even existed. Now, I'm sure that the observatory was over on the other end there. And the fact that it's a dark skies area, that was probably a good part of, somebody threw some money at that. There's a reason
Yeah.
it's there. Somebody threw money at it. And I'm glad they did. I'm absolutely glad they did. It was It's a great park. It is definitely a great park. Um, some of the patrons, we'll work on that. But yeah,
Yeah.
the last time we were there. Now this is just off the wall. Somebody literally camped directly next to us, had a freaking shop light plugged in all night long. Now, mind you, they only guarantee dark skies, I think, Monday through Thursday. So they had a pass, but that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
They had the outhouse lit up for everyone to be able to see. And thanks, but they have a light over there that works just fine. It's solar, it's low, it's not obnoxious, it doesn't light up your tent if you have a tent. And these
Yep.
guys literally were lighting up a tent and, you know, several
Yeah.
campgrounds. It was crazy. It was just I get that, they had a lot of people over there. They had people coming and going. It was like a family party or something, but they were mildly obnoxious because of the light.
So there is one video, and I think Midwest Mama might want to watch this after. I think we're going to try and release this one today. We actually did a campground walkthrough of, I'm going to call it, and you're going to hear it in the video, I'm going to call it
The
the
dark
Dark
sky
Skies.
loop,
Yeah, the
the
Dark
dark
Sky Loop
sky
Camp
camp
Loop.
loop or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep. And that's actually what it's going to be titled as. And I kind of would like, I wish they would just put a freaking sign down there that says the Dark Sky Camp Loop,
Hmm.
because everything else down in that other camp area, it's all tree covered. You ain't going to see nothing. You're going to be around families. You're going to be around lots of kids. And it seems
Well,
to
that
be when you're
and like
down
the
this other
shower
area.
house, the playground, the lake, all that stuff
Yeah,
that's over in
everything's
that
there.
general area, it's very populated. It's very
Yep.
busy. There's more light. All right, thanks, BJ, for coming in. Appreciate you, buddy. Have a good day.
Have a good one, BJ.
But yeah, as far as the main part of the campground, it's pretty well lit up. Everybody, all of the campers have a tendency to put a bunch of lights all around and stuff. So it's not surprising at a campground to run into a bunch of lights. But at a dark sky campground, you probably
Hmm.
really shouldn't,
Yeah.
or not be super annoying about it. So, and it's a nice park. So the shower house is nice. The lake's pretty cool. We've gone down and checked out the geese and
Yep.
people playing around. There was actually a cornhole tournament down there
Oh
the
yeah.
weekend we were there, and we opted to just not have any part of that because A, we didn't want to play, and B, I don't think we really wanted to watch. We were just not completely in the mood for watching or playing cornhole. So,
Yeah. Um.
but
Gosh,
that was
that's what.
over. I'm sure that was over by the lake and all that kind of stuff. Hey, take it easy, Allie. You have a good one.
Sports. As a matter of fact, I don't know if Midwest Mama is here still right now. I am kind of SWARTZ Sports Campground in Penfield. I'm actually just going to the campground site right now. Just as,
Hmm.
excuse me, campground. Ugh, I can't even speak. I think what's really killing me is
Pax
ever
wants
since I've
to
been
take
out
you
here.
for a drag, Timo. Okay, you go. You have fun with taking a drag. Give Bax a nice big pet
Uh,
for me. Maybe a snack.
Man, am I missing? It's like
The chat might just be slow for you. I don't know.
no, it's not the chat. Oh, there it is. Reserve online. I was just kind of
Oh,
checking for the 24th and 25th, because I'm not sure if Midwest Mom is still here or not.
oh, nice.
So
Thanks, Timo.
24th through the 27th of July. If I was to reserve, and we'll go campsite, unit site, we'll just pick that. Whoops. Wrong thing to pick. I
Oops.
mean, I don't have a tent.
Yay. Cool. Thank you,
We'll
Timo.
stick that there. Put that there without slide outs. And we'll do a 30 amp service at start search. And me, by looking at the map right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in 45. 44 and 43 are open and available. 44 is right beside us. I mean, smack dab beside us. So if you're in central Illinois, I encourage you to come down. There's
Emo, you
43,
have
there's
multiple
44.
personalities, my friend. Hey, Bon, welcome in.
47 and 48, they're going to actually be a little bit closer down to the road, so you're going to hear a lot more of that road noise. I always recommend anything 45, 44, 43, 42. And then they added the new sites, which are labeled as letters. The reason why they are labeled as letters, they made them 50 amp service also. So, and them ones are across the way from the numbered ones. Them are M, N, O, P, and Q. Unfortunately, all them ones are filled up. If you are
Yeah,
coming down
we
to
we were
24th and
looking
5th.
at wanting to get into one of those for
Yep.
that weekend, but it was a no bueno because they're already used. And the thing is it would kind of be bad for us to steal a 50 amp. Yes, we could because we've got the ability to bank down if we have to. If it's
Oh
only a
yeah.
50 amp, generally they have a 50 and a 30 on the pole. But like I don't want to deny somebody who has a 50 amp service, the ability to use their air conditioning.
But since we're going down on a Thursday night,
Yeah.
if nobody's camping at one of those sites, we're going to utilize one of those sites to set
Yeah,
up the test bench.
we'll definitely be over there. It won't be
Yep.
like it won't be like we're not going to use what's there. Like we've
Yeah, and I
definitely been known to sit in camp spots that were not occupied that had a reservations, on them.
Launch it. We've done that
Oh
over in
yeah, we've
Utah.
done that a bunch at one ship. That place in Nebraska, the Nebraska National Forest, we pretty much just like
Yes.
hiked around a bunch of different campsites and
Yep. Yep.
just
Because we
decided to
usually like
hang
to.
out and chit chat for a while.
Yeah, because we usually like to stay at that one. Is one that
Mm-hmm.
we prefer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a whirlwind getting me home. Once I get home, the first thing I'm gonna have to do is a ton of laundry, change some generators and for their oil. I probably might
So I
call
guess
this
that
week.
means I better do a bunch of laundry before you get home so that it is completely out of the freaking way.
Please do.
I'm intending to tackle some of that today and throughout the week because there's a ton. I'm not gonna lie, there's a ton of laundry. With feeling crappy with my face hurting,
Oh
and yeah,
yeah.
it's probably killing everybody else, but um
Well, it
when
is.
my face was killing me, I just wasn't worth a damn. I wasn't doing much of anything.
You
um
know what,
I did an
Midwest
awful lot
Mama?
of laying around, um a bunch of edging out. I really didn't do much of anything. I lived on ibuprofen and sleep. Now I'm back to living on food
Thank the
because I
Lord.
seriously, the last couple of days, I was super starving. I was absolutely super starving. And last night, I get my kitchen all cleaned up. I'm ready. I'm preparing my coffee pot for the morning, and I have a water pitcher that filters the water. And I hit it on something and pretty much got to mop my floor at 11 or 12 o'clock at night. Just exactly what I had in mind, not particularly, but it happened.
All right, Midwest Mamas. I posted a link in there in the chat that should take you to. Let me double check that because I used another Google chat or another Google.
Yeah,
Let's see what
I
it did
don't really
here.
look like I've been punched in the face either. I mean, I had a little
That'll
bit of
take you
swelling
to
over here,
the
but
that will take you to the reserve page, And like I said, we're doing the 24th through the 27th. We're not asking you if you want to stay all days, but if you wish to, you're more than welcome. I would say that campground actually does fill up pretty good. They are pretty decent down there, so you don't have like your Yahoo partiers that much. I mean, we ran across one, but we've camped down there almost a dozen times, and then we've only had maybe one bad experience. And I don't think any
Besides
kids are allowed
weather,
in. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean
the
weather. I
only
mean
thing
we
that we
can't
ever have
control that.
problems with down there is weather. It
Yeah.
stinking
Well,
rains every time we go down there. We got to stop bringing the rain with us. It's kind of annoying.
well, the last time over Memorial Day weekend, it really didn't rain that much. It was just some sprinkles. We put up that 10 or that 12 by 12 gazebo that we have that we
I
just
know,
bought
and
over
that
Christmas.
made it sound so more extreme. Like it sounded super cool. Like
Yeah, it was actually
like
more
the sound was
relaxing.
just like I'm
Yeah,
dry, and it's not dry outside.
yeah, we can
So,
cook in here.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh yeah, yeah. That
so
thing
that
became overly useful in a pinch. Like the first meal was something super easy, and then after that, I'm like, heck with it. Let's bring the cooktop in here because we can ventilate it well enough that it's not going to be a problem.
that trip for the July 24th through the 27th, that is on the heels of our return from the vacation trip that we're gonna have. So yeah, honestly, I cannot wait for that vacation trip because that vacation trip is something else. We're doing something way out of the totally norm. We're traveling across different part of the country that we never traveled across a lot. I can't say we, but I have traveled some of I-70 clear over to Kansas, but not the rest of the way. And it's something that Mitzi wants to
Welcome
do.
in,
It's not.
Latoya.
It's something Mitzi wants to do because the 80 trip across the U.S. from like Juliet, we're going to say Juliet, Illinois, or to Salt Lake. It can become a very boring drive, but you go north of I-80, it's freaking beautiful territory, beautiful country up in Iowa and Nebraska and stuff like that, and even Wyoming. I've heard, yeah, and
And
I'm going to
we've
be
we've
honest,
gone across that road being followed by tornadoes the whole dang
yeah,
way. Um,
yeah. Now
like
70, we
we'd
could run into the
stop.
same issue.
Yep. Yeah, I don't see
So,
it being any different going the south route.
and if it
I
becomes
don't.
a problem, I know how
Yeah,
to. If we get to Kansas City, we can skate right up and get to Omaha if we have to, but I don't want to do that. Um,
yeah.
but I mean, we'll be going right through Denver and all that, and then heading down to the Grand Canyon. So that is going to be the
Hey,
biggest trip
Star,
that we
welcome
take
in.
this year, and I cannot wait.
What's going on, Latoya? What happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
Oh, Latoya said something happened.
Guess what happened to me, Ephraim? Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
Who
myself
offended?
and my spouse. That is both halves of A-frame daydream.
Oh, Latoya doesn't know me. I am the original guy that created the A-Frame Daydream account when
Oh yeah,
she
here
was
we go.
like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Here we go. Let's be the two halves of the A-frame. Can
What are
you
you
do it?
doing? What?
I got
What
my
are you
arm
doing?
up.
This?
Other way. Other arm.
Why my other arm?
Because of the way it is on the screen. We're both halves of the A-frame. Never mind.
Why would I use my other? Oh, my camera's reversed. Sorry.
There we go. We're the
You
A-frames.
want you want it like this? I don't know if I'm doing it right. No, I was doing it right the first time.
It wasn't lining up though.
I don't know.
Anyway.
You're trying to make me do something where I'm sitting in a couch and my stomach's like hunched over my belt. It looks like I have the Dunlap disease or something. Um, Stomach's Dunlapped over my belt. Um, but anyways, gosh, see what else am I
Right?
trying to think of? We have some more new videos coming up. I planned on working on them before I left, but that was virtually impossible. Um, Lots of things that we have that I haven't even installed yet in the camper, which evidently they're going to come with us, and I'm going to have to do them on the road installations and making videos at the same time. Um,
Yep, there's stuffs in boxes. Like here's one
yeah.
little box right here. Here's one little box of stuffs. There's the little there's the holder, and
What is
then
that?
hmm,
What is that?
the dash cam.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
The dash cam,
Yeah.
and then over here we got um I'm assuming this is for the
Oh
reverse camera.
yeah. Yeah, we got
So
to talk about
we're
the
like
Halo view.
installing a bunch of random camera things.
If you guys don't remember, I think it was like either our first or third, or no, it have to be our second or third or fourth video that we've ever posted on YouTube. So you'd have to go way back in the playlists, way back, and start from number one, and then go up to about number three, where we purchased the Halo View camera for our camper. We never said anything about it, but it crapped out 2 years ago. So we did get it fixed.
Yeah, we were on our way out of town. We were maybe what 15 miles from home, if that. I don't even think we were that far. We were just on the. We hadn't even made it to the blacktop yet, and yeah, the camera just like went. And Ed goes, "What do I do?" And I'm like, "Keep going." It was funny because it just like it's not working, and I'm going, no, it's not. And he goes, what do I do? I'm like, keep going. We're on vacation. We do
Oh
not
God, yeah.
necessarily have to see what's behind us. It's a bummer that we can't. And we were like
Yep.
fretting about it the whole damn time, but in the end it was like, well, okay, we've managed for the last couple of years without it, and although it was annoying to not have it, now we've got another one. So
Yeah,
that's
we just
in the other room right now. I've got, and then that we got a clip-on fan. We got some really neat. Oh, thank you, Timo. We got a really neat set of lights. I almost want to go grab one because those things are hilarious. Like we could do some silly gags.
and then we got an RV lock um, to
Yeah,
replace our regular door handle lock. That's
the universal.
wireless. It's
Everybody
got a
has
key
the same key.
fob.
Hey,
You
welcome in,
can use
Halo.
it. You can use it to punch in your numbers to go ahead and enter your camper. Basically, a combination lock for your RV. I'll kind of say the name of the company, Onays. And Onays is actually a gun safe manufacturer. So I will have more on that video or more on that company and stuff when we get to that point and we're starting to do that video. Um, so this is the first of their locks that they've done. I've seen the RV lock company itself out of Utah. I think I can't remember right in Utah. I don't have anything against them except for the price, and the Onays is about half the price. So, and I figure if you're a gun safe company and you're keeping guns out of, if people are buying the safes and they're trying to do the right thing, they're trying to keep a gun out of a child's hand in the house. I'm gonna give it a try. It's worth giving it a shot.
Yeah, I mean realistically, if I had to pick a company side by side with this company over here and this company that makes firearm saves, absolutely.
Yep.
I'm going to pick those guys because they know what they're doing. They've been at it for a long time.
Yes. Yes. I
So,
mean, there's really nothing wrong with going that route. I mean, hey, everybody has their own picks and flavors of things. Um, so I'm going to try something different than everybody else tries, and give my honest review about it. The biggest honest review that we've ever had in our life, ever since buying this camper, was getting rid of that bed, getting rid of that stock mattress, and moving into a Brooklyn bedding mattress. And best night of my or the best sleep of my life in the camper since we've had it. Well
Oh
worth
yeah,
it.
that bed was amazing. It is definitely a very nice bed. I'm glad we made the jump. We had to do it. We were like we slept pretty good in the camper as a general rule, but
Yeah,
it's like to say it's night and day, it's night and day for sure.
yeah,
Welcome in, Nick
yeah,
Woo. Good to see you, buddy.
yeah. Very night and day. So
Mm-hmm.
I can't complain about that. Okay, for some of the people who don't know who I am, most of y'all don't even talk to me. When you're talking to A-Frame Daydream, you're talking to her wherever my fingers point, whatever which way is the right way.
Yep.
You guys are talking to her. Normally, you're talking. You don't talk to me. I'm Ed. I'm the other half of A-Frame Daydream.
Mr. A Frame. And I'm Mrs. A
So,
Frame. And yeah, we
and
are
you
the
notice it says I'm in Seattle, Washington. That is correct. I am quite some far away from home. Won't be returning till about a day or two before we go on vacation for a good long while. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to say our exact date when we're coming back home because nobody needs to know when we're coming back home. But we're leaving on a certain day. Well, we keep saying, Ed comes back the 20th and we're leaving the next day. Well, if you can't figure it out on the calendar, there's something wrong. But
juicy man.
nobody needs to know when we're coming back home. If we're gone for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or a whole month and a half.
Eventually.
So
Eventually. We'll come home eventually.
now, if you try to plan on coming to our house and doing something devious, there's multiple security cameras there that will let us know. We have neighbors that do not hesitate to let us know or call the cops.
Oh, and we've
So
and
and
we've also got somebody that comes by randomly to borrow our internet that we
yep.
completely allow. So
So
yeah. So we
if
we
you're
don't we don't make it we don't make it easy for anybody. I mean, anybody wanted to do anything naughty, they would certainly not succeed. So
and if you came by and tried to do something in my work van, maybe get into it and steal my tools, good luck because they're already gone. All my tools have already been pulled out of the vehicle. And they are in a different spot other than my location of the house and may not even be in the same town. They could be in 2 hours
they
away,
might
an
be in
hour
another
away.
dang state.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, yeah.
And I did
Yeah,
not drive here. I
we
flew.
have like a whole slew of security cameras and yeah,
Yep.
it's it's beautiful thing. I mean,
Yes.
okay, example, just from one of those cameras, if you guys recall watching a little video of some snow shenanigans that went on this winter, I just happened to be sitting here watching a live stream and I happened to look over at the camera and started cracking up laughing because there were snowmobiles going up the street. So I believe it's called small town traffic.
Yes, it
And
was.
it was
It was in that
absolutely a
realm.
crack up because for the night, I would have to say over the course of about 2.5 hours, it was just snowing really hard. And the only traffic was snowmobiles, some random jogger, which like still has me scratching my head, and
Hmm.
snowplows, and maybe two cars and all of that. And they were all going, I mean, the snowmobiles were hauling, but everybody else was going pretty slow. Even the jogger was just like, oh man, this is a drag. But yeah, snow shenanigans around here. Some of the other crazy stuff they do when we get extreme amounts of snow is uptown. They literally build snow roundabouts. So the only time I get to appreciate roundabouts is in the dead of a really, really heavy snow winter, and when I get
Yeah.
to go downtown to see this silliness, because they'll just shovel it all into a big pile in the middle of the road, and it definitely prevents accidents because you just straight have to go around it. Ain't no way
Yeah.
around. You can't exactly drive through a snow pile that's 6 feet tall, and it's pretty
So
crazy.
is anybody curious what this is looking at?
It's looking at the Seattle skyline, theoretically, at the Space Needle
You
or whatever. Yep.
There it is. The
Yep,
Space Needle.
yep. Yeah, my mom went to Seattle one time and she brought me back a shirt that said, "My mom went to Seattle and this is all I got." And
Yes.
it had like a simple skyline on it, and I'm like, I'm feeling super cheated here.
Sorry, looks like I'm a little tippy. I'm gonna adjust the
Oh,
levelness of this
Mr.
here.
OCD.
We won't even talk about OCD after what the picture I sent you
Oh,
yesterday. And
oh.
I showed that to somebody else in one of my other work colleagues. He goes, "Oh, that's so horrible." Just to see because they're not in order of the sizes.
I want to show off that picture now because it is funny.
Please do, because I
It's
can't.
funny. Mm.
So here's the context to it, guys. I'm sitting in the hotel room. I open up the drawer, and there's 4 forks in there, 4 knives, 4 spoons. You know, about four of everything you have. And I'm like looking. I'm like, man, there's not one freaking fork that is the same. I mean, straight out the same. So here you go. Move that to your left or right because your name's blocking it. Or that's okay. That'll work.
Does that set
Now,
up everybody's OCD just a smidgen?
yeah,
Like
not one is the
it
same.
might be fun just because, but yeah, they're just it's funny. It's funny.
Now, only if I would have sized them in order, it would have.
But
Most
still,
people would
no,
be
I
okay
mean
with that.
sizing them in order just takes the fun out of the
Yeah. So I had to make some.
OCD-ness of it all.
So I had to make some fork art.
Yeah.
Fork art.
That's funny. Super, super funny.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad you like outsmarted me and whatever stupid crap I had going on in StreamYard. That's annoying.
I don't know. I was like, man, there's got to be a way I can do it. I was trying to do it off my phone while I'm watching you, and I'm like, I can't do this the right way that I want to. I was like, what? I said, why am I just sitting here watching YouTube and watching you talk and watching you chat? And I'm saying, I can't fix this. I don't know what to do. I was like, let me just go into our account and look in StreamYard, and they're like, oh, that'd be why. But then I had to type out the rest of the link, that last part of that link, because I couldn't send it to myself because I didn't have email on this computer.
Welcome in, Aqua Donkey. Good to see you, buddy.
So that was kind of killing me. I was like, what the heck am I going to do here? So it is what it is. Hey,
This is
how you
my
doing,
better
Aqua
half
Donkey?
over here on the other side of me here.
Yes, she calls me her
In
better
the
half.
event you never know that I had one.
Oh, but yeah, honestly, I've been talking our trip up, and it's like I told my boss when he was out here this week, I was like, man, I didn't come out straight out and say I'd hope I could get out of here Thursday, but I told a couple of my other colleagues out here, hey, I want to get out of here Thursday if it's possible instead of Friday because if I'm leaving Friday, I'm getting on a plane about 6:30 in the morning, and I'm arriving back in Chicago about 6:30 or 12:30 in the afternoon. Then I got about maybe a 2.5 hour drive to home with traffic, and I still got to get. There's lots that we got to do before we leave on the 21st. And a lot of you people are going to go, well, why are you leaving on the 21st? And you're like, playing this and stuff.
Come in, Wesley.
Yeah, we pre-planned this, but I had no clue that this big project was coming up, or I would have
Well,
planned a
I
little
mean
bit differently.
that's one of those things too. Is like you make a plan and then the plan can certainly go mildly sideways. So
Mildly sideways.
kind
We have already
kind
got
of like
so much
this
money.
live started off, kind of sideways.
Yeah. Well, the problem is we got so much money already invested into this trip. I can't screw myself.
Exactly.
There's like no room for error. I mean, we got to leave Saturday and have to leave Saturday at I'm gonna say just to be so everybody hears this, we have to leave Saturday at 8 in the morning because I know what's gonna happen. I'll say 8. It's
It'll
gonna be
happen. We'll,
noon.
we'll get out of here at noon.
Yep.
How it'll probably go.
Yep. And the one thing that we aren't doing this year, like we've done in the past, and you guys seen videos on it, we do dry ice. I'm going to be
Not
quite
anymore.
honest, and Mitzi will back me up for this. The dry ice, it was a great benefit to have. You can go about 4 to 5 days on
Farther,
dry ice. But the
but
pain in the butt is trying to get it anymore. I mean, when we got to Nebraska, the one place that we knew we could get it couldn't get
didn't
it no
have
more.
any.
And they were like, "Well, you're gonna have to go to this other spot." I'm like, "Oh my god!" And that wasn't helping us. I mean, searching for that dry ice was putting us behind. But it's a great tool to use if it's something you're going to be maybe you're going from your house and maybe 100 200 miles away,
I'll
but
give a
going
good
across
example.
state, not good.
I'll give a
Yeah.
good
Go.
example
Uh-huh.
as to somebody that turned me on to the whole dry ice concept. We were going on a trip, and this was when I lived in Salt Lake. We were going on a trip down to the area of Zion National Park and Capitol Reef National Park. And a couple of the people were actually going to be backpacking in Zion. And so what they ended up doing is, since they knew they were going to get together with those of us that were car camping with them a little bit later, they actually put all their food on dry ice while they were backpacking, left it in their car. When they got done with their overnighter of backpacking in the Grand or in Zion, they came back to not find a bunch of spoiled food. Now, if they had just used regular ice, they would not have had that, or they would have had to shop. Now, the thing is when you're in Salt Lake City, Utah, the prices are affordable. When you're down in southern Utah, forget it. It's all at a premium because
Yeah.
there's a circle of national parks in that general area, and they know they're going to get you coming and going.
Yep. Yep. That is true. They'll get you
Mm-hmm.
coming and going because they know it's a high demand product.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting blinded. A white car just pulled out here. Now it just left. You can tell.
Put on your put on your sunglasses.
Well,
Oh
I
man.
about had to. I was getting blinded, and all of a sudden my face lit up. I'm like, "Good night."
Mm-hmm.
So I actually have my side door window open, curtain wise, so I can let some more light in here. So I'm
So you can have some light from it.
not
Well,
using that
you know,
light switch.
I I have I have the blackout curtain pulled away, so it's not completely cave-like in here. I mean,
That's why
still
I had
cave.
to fix it the one time. Now I know why I had to fix it because I could see it from outside in the street. I'm like, well, why is that curtain like kind of?
It's like way smushed over to one side. Yeah.
Also, the guy decides to pull back and blinds me. Oh, now he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
It was a van like
Yeah,
my
Sabine,
work
what we
van.
used to do is we would drive from central Illinois to Utah, and we would have to stop generally somewhere between Nebraska and Wyoming to
Yep,
get dry ice. And it was all dependent on how hot the vehicle was, how
yeah,
much we had to mess around with it or whatever. And it got to be really, really difficult on dealing with just chasing down the dry ice. And
yep,
when your whole dang cooler hurries up and thaws out and you are in a panic, or we've gone so far as had our cooler partially thaw out and then dry ice it after that, that's also not very fun either because then
yeah,
everything becomes one solid blob of, oh my god, what can I cook now?
yep.
So yeah, we've gone the gauntlet with the dry ice, so we're pretty much done with that. I mean, it
So I
it's
think,
it serves its purpose if you've got like a long weekend and you're not having to replenish it. But if you have
yeah,
to replenish it, forget it. It's not even worth it. I mean, and we've discovered how hard it is just to find around our general area to where having to drive a freaking hour just to get, 10 or 20 pounds of dry ice so that we can get a little bit farther Nah, we'll
Yep.
just buy food on the road.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
mean,
pretty much what
that's
our plan is we're going to take enough for a few days that we can manage in our refrigerator and our freezer in the camper, have sodas and drinks in a cooler wherever, and then we can replenish ice with a lot less difficulty than dry ice. And we can replenish food pretty much anywhere that there's humans, I would certainly hope.
Aqua Donkey. A
So,
lot of them features I turned off. I'm just using it for the timer scripts. Uh, so I mean, you can sit there and post emojis all day long. The thing ain't gonna yell at you.
nah, we emojis are fine. Emojis are
Yeah.
totally fine. We don't have
Holy cow! Did I just read somebody say we have 23 likes?
woohoo!
Erica,
Yeah,
what?
that's another one of Timo's personalities.
Timo. Holy
Yep.
cow! There you go.
Yeah. Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
soon Bax is gonna have a freaking YouTube account, or does he already have one?
he probably does. He's probably got his own Facebook too. I don't know. Anything's possible. I mean, he's a star. He's cute.
That is
I should
true. A
let
good
Dana
cooler does
in, but I
last
just
long.
don't want to.
Yep.
Yeah, we're usually pretty good. I mean, honestly, we've got a pretty good ice strategy when we're dealing with our cooler anyway. Like we freeze some salt water in like a half-gallon jug
Yeah.
to basically keep everything real cold in there. We've got a couple of gel ice blocks that I finally got worked out today.
Yep.
Um, so what we end up doing is we have 3 gel ice blocks, and they fit really nice in our small refrigerator. So when we travel, what we do is the day that we travel is we just chuck them in the fridge to help maintain the cool in the fridge. The freezer's pretty good anyway. And then we get to our next destination, pull it out, chuck it in the freezer,
Yep.
and then we're good to go for our next roll. Now generally I cram the freezer really full, so it might take me a day before I can actually get it in the freezer, but it's also going to take probably a day before I'm going to need them anyhow.
Yeah.
So he
So
generally
as in a couple reminders, since we are all starting camping, I know Aqua Donkey. I've been watching your channel. I'm kind of silent in the background while Mitzi's watching it. Great channel you got going on there, man. Gator, same thing with Gator. Gator's a hoot. If you don't know Gator and you haven't been over to his channel, I highly advise go to his channel on a Wednesday or a Sunday. You're
mm-hmm.
gonna get some good laughs. But Timo, Sabine, I mean Timo's channel. Get a chance, go watch that. If you like to see some pretty country, that guy over there got some pretty country that he's going through and stuff like that. They take drives.
Welcome back, Curl.
I love it. Carl, he's got a really good channel that he's got going on to himself. Um, he likes to get into the planes and the trains and stuff and some filming and stuff. Love it. You guys are doing great out there. And then we got Sweet Clay Acre Farms. I remember working with her in her beginning of her channel. And it was probably the most funniest video I've ever seen in my life while I'm editing it. We're trying to move koi fish from a pond to a pond that they built. It's probably some of the hilarious crap I've ever done in my life. But anyways,
Yeah,
getting back to
you should have rode on the cart when we were transporting those big old fish
yeah,
to the
when it came and did the
I mean, that was
splash.
hysterical. And oh yeah, oh wait, those fish that we caught, they're back in the big pond. So can we go catch
Seriously?
them again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she had to move them because, yeah, that was fun. That was hilarious. That whole day was
Yeah.
just it was one crack up after another.
But
Just silly shenanigans that occurred, and I mean, we're trying really hard to be serious and catch all these fish, and we're catching a gajillion bluegill.
yeah. But anyways, back to my what I was actually saying before. I just went on a like a little YouTube channel, like,
Derail.
hey, this person, this person, this person. Since we're coming up with a lot of people are going camping, I know Aqua Doggy's going to be going camping sooner if he hasn't already.
Oh yeah.
Just a reminder: check your tire pressure. Check, make sure you know your axles are well greased and stuff like that. Last thing we all want to have is breakdown on the road. And for me, the thing that I'm worrying about right now is, we just bought a new truck. Yeah, we took it for about a good 100 miles, drive back and forth and stuff like that. You know, I always worry about any new vehicle I get, and of course I worry about any vehicle I still own or previously owned, like the black Silverado that we had. When we knew we were going to go out to the Grand Canyon, I knew personally myself that truck wasn't going to make it back. I mean, we already put a new engine in it. It was having some oil pressure problems before, and it was still having oil pressure problems after the new engine. And I know that that thing ain't going to make it over Elk Mountain. Elk Mountain is coming out of Laramie, going back east, and it is a heck of a climb. And it is a
I wouldn't
bruiser on a
mind
vehicle.
actually, since we're gonna have the dash cam, I wouldn't mind showing some of that because there's a beautiful monument at the top of the canyon.
Yep,
Um,
the Lincoln Monument. Yep,
the
yep,
Lincoln Monument is absolutely it's a gorgeous monument. Um,
yeah,
and the thing is like, but that canyon, that entire canyon, it's a steep sucker and it's a long sucker,
yep,
and it's just, yeah, there were so many weird trust issues that we had with the truck. And I mean, we were trying to get rid of that truck a year ago
yep.
and
Right
it blew
before,
up.
matter of fact, it's like it was actually 2 years ago. We took that truck last year over to Pennsylvania. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't want to trade a chance going over the mountains with it too much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we're kind of going over some hills and stuff over in Pennsylvania, but not extreme
No,
mountain climbs.
not like this stuff out west. When you start
Yeah.
walking the Continental Divide, it's wild,
Yep. 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 Yep.
and you're like zigzagging across it on Interstate 80. It's like, wait, that was the Continental Divide Road. No, wait, so is that.
Yeah.
No, wait, so is that.
And it seems like now we have changed up how we do our vacations. It used to be it was Utah, 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 Utah. Now it's like we kind of do every other year. We'll go to Utah, then we'll go out to Pennsylvania and go to Utah. I mean, I mean, don't get us wrong, we like going out west, but there's stuff that we really haven't seen in the east. Going to that
Yeah,
Flight
when we're
93
two-thirds of the
Memorial is
way on
awesome.
this side of the country, it kind of makes sense
Yeah,
for us to at least check out a few things that are over in
yeah,
this neck of the woods too.
yeah.
Like we might
And
have to swoop gator one of these days or something.
well, we've always talked about going to Florida.
Yep, Georgia's on the
So
way.
yes, sir. Or yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Yeep, 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 yeep.
So, well, guys, it is what time is it? Oh my gosh, it is
Yeah,
12:30. We've been
we
going.
pulled off an hour and a half. Well, I pulled off like a little
Well,
bit.
you pulled off the first 20 minutes, and I was kind of getting bummed and frustrated. And I was like, I got to figure this out. And honestly, guys, I just woke up about, oh, shoot. When I'm saying 12:30, that's wrong. And to me, right now, it's 10:30 my time. I woke up about 2 hours ago, and I was like, I called her, and I was like, let me go have some breakfast before we do this. Schedule a live stream, and we'll go from there. And then 30 minutes before the live stream, I'm trying to get connected, and da da da. We're having all these problems. And I said, you know what? You're gonna have to handle it. Do it yourself. Well, I'll figure it out somehow. So I sat there and chatted. Yeah, I feel bad I didn't say hi to a lot of you guys, but I was trying to figure out some issues to see if we can get this thing going. I'm glad we did because I'm glad I wanted to sit here and join in because me and her we have talked on just in the backstage of StreamYard, just to have conversations and never even done any lives on them conversations. We just wanted to have a video chat better than having a video chat on a phone because your phone video chat it puts you when you're looking at your
You're such
screen
an itty bitty little
small.
screen.
Yeah, and it's a little bit easier when you can see it in two spots. You know, they're both the same size.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that they've done this in StreamYard. Yeah, we have the paid account because we don't have the little StreamYard logo, but I can afford it. I mean, yeah, it is
Well,
it
it's
is
the
costly.
it there's other features that are in, that
Yes.
were more. I mean, we wanted to have some of the extra features, so for the big scheme of things, it was worth it to us to pay for it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we went ahead and do it. And I mean, and realistically, we surely don't use it for as much as we spent on it.
Yes.
But I mean, that might change a little bit this summer too. So we'll see. But hopefully, yeah, hopefully everybody can check out the videos that we do have coming up. Ed's got one that's kind of a campground review of the campground we were just at.
Yep.
Um,
Aqua
and
Donkey
then
have a
we've
good one.
got I had one started, and I think I might just have to go ahead and figure it out and finish it, which is some was how I set up the telescope, because I actually
Yeah.
had Wakeful Outdoors was asking me how, what the battery's for, how it's all set up. And it's not a
Cool.
tricky process to set it up or anything like that. It's just, it takes like
Yeah.
maybe 5 minutes. It takes like 5 minutes to set it up and put the battery to it, get everything ready to go, and then I can go boop and stick it outside, level it up, and look at some wonderful things. Unfortunately, it's been just cloudy as can be for days and days and days on end, so it hasn't happened lately. But before too much longer, I'll get going on that. All you gold prospectors, I'm not kidding you. It's you're kind of twisting my arm a little. Not not that it hurts yet. So, I might just
Anyways,
have to go out and get myself a pan or something.
my best laugh off the gold prospecting thing was when Gator had that one flip out of there and he's no.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, yeah, the escaping
I don't
gold.
mean to laugh at you, Gator, but it was freaking hilarious when that happened. And dude, I give props to you, man, for doing that. You know, even just trying it.
It does sound
You
like
you
that, doesn't it, Donkey?
you got to try something different. If you don't try something different, you're not gonna know if you rather like it or not. And dude, it looks like you're having a fun time doing it, Gator.
Hmm.
Um, you know, and way too cool. And also Aqua Donkey. You know,
Oh
I like
yeah.
sitting back and watching you guys. You know,
Empty
just do it.
pan,
You know,
empty pan
empty
gets
pan
me
too.
cracking up
Yep,
too.
yep, yep.
That guy's funny.
So it's very cool. Very cool. But yeah, guys, we're going to cut this short. Me and another colleague are going to be doing a barbecue out here today. And like I said, I'm 2 hours behind Mitzi's time. So um, it could be
Yeah,
worse.
I should probably go see what the dog's up to. It doesn't look like she's doing anything derelict out there. The garage is still intact, so.
Yeah. And I keep hearing these weird noises I'm not used to because I'm usually sleeping. So they're vacuuming the hotel floor and doing, you know, stuff like that, doing regular maintenance throughout the day that I don't get to see because I'm usually sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably I probably should get some just some new towels and stuff like that.
Clean my
Um,
room. Hey, lady,
they
get in here and clean my
they
room.
don't have to really clean my room. I'm pretty self sufficient. The only thing I'd like is maybe change out towels. The trash I'll
Give me,
take out the trash because
give me,
my
give me fresh sheets and towels, and I'm good.
the trash dumpster's right outside my door. I can just take my own trash out and throw it away. I don't need to rely on somebody to do that. I
No.
mean, when I camp enough, if I was relying on somebody to do that, we'd be a lazy slouches and we'd be putting our trash bag at the end of the campsite instead of walking it down to the trash. I mean, I'm freaking old enough. I can be
We
responsible
actually
as an
did
adult.
go to a campground though that honestly they
Yeah,
would
and I
come
can't
and
remember
pick
what
up
one
your
that
trash.
is.
That was at Ashland. At that military.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of it though.
Pine Grove.
Okay.
Was it Pine
Yeah.
Grove? I think.
And they came by at like
Yeah.
evening, just around sunset, and picked up your trash for you. And I
Yep.
think it was basically so that they wouldn't invite rodents and varmints and all
Yeah,
that
and
because
they
people
were nice about it,
they were
and
very,
but
very, very kind about it. And it's
they
like,
were
do you have any
strict.
trash? It's like, oh no, we already took it. And they're like, oh, you didn't have to do that. But yeah, they were super nice about it. Um, but yeah, we've learned over the years to keep the campsite clean, and then you don't end up with a bunch of random visitors. I've
Yeah,
had
random
everything from
wildlife that want to come
skunks to
talk to you.
coons to
Yep.
been bear scared, um, all that stuff. So yeah, so we'll go out, we'll play in the dirt, we'll eat burnt food and fight flies and mosquitoes and all that stuff because it's adventurous.
Sweet Acres, thanks for you stopping in and stuff. Thanks for everything that you do for us. We all three of us need to get together soon.
Yeah,
It's
we
been a
do.
while. It's honestly been a while.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, yeah, we can see each other when we do lives and stuff, so we know what each other looks like. But the sit down conversation part is always a good thing.
Sit
So
around, drink coffee, talk about
swap
fish.
coffee cups because I heard she won a coffee cup. I don't know how the heck that happened. What'd you do?
Yeah, I
Speaking of which, everybody, Mitzi's banned on getting any more coffee cups.
mm-mm,
Oh
never,
yeah.
never enough.
All
Okay,
right,
so
guys.
now they have to be pocket coffee cups or something. They have to be
Yeah.
like Monopoly pieces coffee cups now.
All right. So let's. You want to do it? You can say what you want to say, and you can end the stream. I don't have the
Say,
keys.
say the thing. Say the thing. Okay. Well, guys, we're gonna bail. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and hopefully, at least with Midwest mamas, we might actually be able to pull this one off. Hopefully, we'll see you down the road at the next campground.
Yes.
Guys, have fun. Take care.
Yep. Bye.
Ciao.